Alright guys, Simon here, and this video is going to be out of sequence a little bit, but I've been trying out a iron golem farm in Flat Creative here. I wanted to see if you guys have anything to say about, the design of these things and how they work. So there's all these doors out here, right? So that supports the villager population in here, and then the iron golems spawn in here. They eat the lava, and then all this stuff gets collected by a hopper, which is connected to a chest down here. And we've got some stuff here, not too much. So this thing works. I've kind of figured it out. The slabs is to stop the iron golem spawning outside. Apparently it's supposed to be like a 16 by 16 by 6 area in the middle of the village. But I couldn't, I always had trouble figuring out where the middle of the village is, because it's supposed to be the middle of all the doors, but then in the earlier version of this thing, they didn't actually spawn in the middle of all the doors. So you've got plenty of doors here, right? There's doors up here, there's also doors inside here, and you'd think, okay, the middle of the doors would be there where I set up the trap, but then these things, look at these things, they're spawning out here. I put the glass in afterwards and that didn't work neither. But these guys, because they're 3 blocks tall, they're actually stuck in the glass. So you can see that the iron golems are spawning out here and not really in the trap. There's one outside here as well. So I think that the middle of the village, quote unquote middle of the village, is like somewhere around here. This is like, where the iron golems are spawning, like around there, right? So somewhere there, in the middle there, is the center of the village, which doesn't really make sense because there's all these doors around here, but the villagers, I don't know, the AI is a bit strange. So that thing kind of worked, but then I couldn't figure out how to, well, I knew how to do it, but I didn't know at the time that I needed to make sure that the golems didn't spawn anywhere outside the trap. So I think this thing still works. So occasionally one would spawn actually inside the trap, and then you'd collect, some iron, not too much, because most of the golems are outside. Yeah, so I don't really have too much to say, except I don't know if you guys have designed any of these or built any of these. So this is kind of what I designed in the end, and if you have any comments on how to make these things efficient and compact and whatnot, that'd be good. I'm trying to fit one of these things behind the tree farm in my save game, in my survival world. And so I think about this big is all the space I have, between the cactus and the sugarcane on one side, and then the other build on the other. So in between that space, behind the tree farm, I'll show you. I mean, I'll build this eventually, and you guys will see later on. But I can't really make it any bigger than this. I know what we can do is stack them up and have multiple levels. I can also make this spawning area double layered, so that it's 3 blocks and then another floor and then another 3 blocks. So that would allow more golems to spawn, I think. Although in that case I'll probably sink down the first level and then have the other level halfway up, because the spawning area is centered around the village center, whatever that means. I can also put more doors up here to collect, to make more villagers. But apparently that doesn't really help all that much. It's better to have the double layer spawning for the golems instead. Anyway, so this is going to double as a villager farm and a golem farm. So then I can trade for. Ooh, he's a glowstone, nice. So I can wait. What happened? So I can trade for things. Fail. And yeah, I can make it multi-story as well if I really want to. But I think at least at the start I'll keep it simple and make it one story. I mean, the rate of the iron is just it's pretty slow. I think that's like 2 hours, and I get 47 iron bars, but that's okay. I don't really need a lot of it. I just need a reliable supply, I guess. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the iron golem farm concept. Right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have built these things before and you have any comments or any suggestions you might want to make.